KNOC, Hard Rockology Show, Chris, Matt, and Jason. That was some brand new music by a group called Mystery from Australia. The song was called Raise Your Fist. And on the phone with us, we have lead singer and lead guitarist Rocky Ravic. Rocky, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks. This is cool.
It's cool?
Can you hear us all right?
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Welcome to the show.
It's a dream.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Having a music on the radio is a dream.
Well, that's the whole idea of it, right? That's why we're doing the show here, to get bands like this on the radio and get the word out, to let people know there is still good hard rock and heavy metal music. It's just that nobody plays this stuff anymore, so it's very hard to find. So we're lucky we can do this on this radio station, and we really appreciate you being on the show with us. First off, I want to say you guys are all pretty young. Is that correct?
Yeah, average of 15 right now.
15 years old, huh? And you guys already have done it.
That's the average.
So tell us about the other members of the band that you have with you.
Yeah, what about them?
Well, I mean, who are they? I mean,
you know what, Chris? It's all about Rocky right now.
Well, we got Christian Yachino on guitar.
Okay.
Crazy, funny. He's funny. Oh wow, he's funny. We got Tony Malikot on the drums. The Animal, we call him, and Mr. Cool, Joshua Scapaci on bass.
Now, Rocky, this is Matt here. I wanted to ask you, because you're the primary member of the band as far as a singer-songwriter and stuff, and guitar player. And how exactly did you guys all come together? I mean, because you guys are relatively young, so to get all four of you guys together, how did that come about?
Well, see, I met Tony, the drummer, at a concert, Angels, Rock the World, Croatian rock band, all female, and they were touring Australia, and I met Tony at a concert, and we were talking, and he's telling me that he was jamming with his friend Christian, the guitarist, and I was like, okay, cool, so we're talking all night, having a good time, and he invited me to the garage where they were rehearsing and jamming, and I came in and everything just clicked, I guess, and there we go, Mystery was born and started writing music, and we had a concert, our debut show at Rocktoberfest, big festival here, and we needed a bass guitarist, and Josh originally played guitar. He goes the same school as Tony and Chris, and we said, well, why don't we bring him in the band? So we made him play bass.
All right, I like that. No, I guess what I wanted to ask you, Rocky, because I was doing a little research on you, and apparently your father's name's Steve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently from what I was reading, he's got quite an extension or a collection of hard rock, heavy metal music, and I know he also works in the film video industry, and he's had quite a group of, I guess, rock legends coming through and working with. So was a lot of that exposure something that got you into this music? Or, I mean, for you to pick up a guitar at 12 years old and start playing and put a band together is pretty amazing. So I guess the question is, how did this all come about? Is it just being around all these different people within the industry? And
well, it's in my blood. The music's just in my blood. When I was younger, I had legends actually staying at my house, and I played poker with them, like Ed Guy, Doro Pesh, Destruction, all really awesome bands. And this is when I was young.
So, I mean, go ahead.
And it's just really grown on for me. I've always had a dream of being in a band and playing the music and living the life. And when I was 5, I got my first little red electric guitar, and I used to, strum it and pretend I was like really good. Well, I used to convince all the legends that I was better at the guitar, and then I just stopped. I started playing soccer, and since I met Tony at that concert, just everything's changed.
I mean, so I'm going to assume, are you self-taught or did you take any lessons or anything? I mean, because like I said, for as young as you guys are pretty amazing sound-wise.
Yeah, we self-taught. Everyone's really self-taught. I get lots of help from some really awesome musicians like Stu Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
He's really, really cool. Danny Ciccardi from I Fear, a band from Australia, does a vocal with me, and I get all these awesome tips from all these great musicians, and it helps me a lot. Yeah.
So you guys just went over to Europe and toured over there. What was that like? I mean, we watched your little promo video on your website. It was really interesting. So tell us a little bit about that experience. I mean, you met a lot of big-time musicians. I mean, what was the reaction from your band over there?
Yeah, going overseas and playing festivals like Ozfest with Motley Crue, Europe, Megadeth, it really is a dream come true, and I can't find words to express it. But it was awesome. We had a mad time, and yeah.
But I mean, I was watching. I mean, you played in Croatia. I mean, that's something I wanted to ask you too. You speak English, Japanese, and Croatian. I mean, is there any? I mean, how did you manage those three different languages? I mean, I can understand the English because you're in Australia.
Well, obviously, I live in Australia, so
yeah, exactly.
I speak English. My background is Croatian.
That's what I thought.
So, yeah, and Japanese, I studied in school. We done basic Japanese, and I've been really just I love Japan, and I love the culture. I love the language. The people are awesome, and I've just been studying how to speak Japanese a lot, and that is going to help heaps because we're actually going to Japan in the new year.
So when you guys were over there in Europe playing with all these other big type bands, like I noticed Motorhead and you said Megadeth and stuff, did you guys feel like there's?
Yep.
I mean, were you like nervous at all about having to live up to what these guys were doing too, or you just get on the stage and just do whatever you're doing and everybody liked it? I mean, what was the reaction from the crowd?
Well, we were, people would say, "Oh, you get stage sick." We were just like, we were living our lives. We were just like on stage, and we were thinking to ourselves, you know what? Why not live it? And we did, and we done what we did. We done what we done and do in the garage when we rehearsed, and yeah. There's a
lot of bands that are out there right now that would have loved to have gotten on that tour that you had over there in Europe, and of course you did I know you played the show in LA and stuff. I mean, but for such, I mean, for you guys to be up there, and I guess it's true. You guys are just doing what it is that you guys love and just go out there and play. I mean, they're either going to like you or they're not, and who gives a shit, and just go out there and do what you love. And it comes across. I mean, like I said, I watched the videos and stuff, and it looks like you guys just go up there and say, hey, this is what we're about. This is what we're going to do. We love this music, and we're just going to play it balls to the wall and just rock our asses off and have a good time doing it. And that's the way it comes across. And, for me, it's kind of refreshing because you guys are bringing back kind of like a genre of music or an era of music, and you guys are just you're paying homage to a lot of those bands that you like, Motley Crue, Warrant, Poison, Guns N' Roses, and all those bands. You guys are taking a little bit of all those bands and putting them together and making it in your own. So for that, I got to sit there and say it's pretty amazing.
Thanks.
So what was it when you went to LA and played the Sunset Strip? Was it everything that you read and heard about when you played the Whiskey A Go Go and you shot your video there and stuff? Was that what you thought LA was going to be like?
Well, we all worship bands like Motley Crue, Alice Cooper, Van Halen, and they all played at the Whiskey A Go Go, and we shared the same stages, and we stepped foot on the same stage as the legends did, and we were above the moon. It was awesome. And Sunset Strip is still rocking. There's all the people still going to the Rainbow. Whiskey's packed. It's a really good vibe.
So now that you're doing, now that you guys have mystery going and all that, how's the women coming along? I know that's one of the things that you enjoy about the music. So you having plenty of women coming your way?
They're called groupies, Matt.
Well, they're women. I mean,
oh yes.
I mean, do you have any free time, or is it just like a revolving door type of thing?
Sorry, what was that?
I says, do you have any free time with all the groupies going on over there, or
To write music still?
Yeah,
or,
I mean, yeah. Are you going to be one of those bands that puts out an album and it takes 5 years, or are you still writing music, or are you just going to be living the life right now?
Well, actually, we're writing our second album. We're preparing it right now.
That's music to my ears.
We're preparing it right now. We're doing demos right now, and we're preparing our release for our debut. And we're going to have the second one ready to go, and then we're going to do the third one and the fourth one, and we're just going to keep making music.
So you're going to be like the classic 70s, 80s style. We're putting out an album every year and a half. Just comes to mind, write it down, and just record it. I love it. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love the mystery shirts. I want to get a mystery
that's
shirt. I love the shirts.
Sorry?
I said I love the mystery shirts. On that video that I was mentioning a couple of minutes ago, everybody has the mystery shirts on. So it looks like almost like nobody can get lost. They're all part of the mystery crew and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, that's the way to get the word out there, though.
Send some stuff down your way.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Well, being that you guys are down under, would it be up our way?
Yeah, it would be up our way.
Yeah, that's right, up.
No, so I mean,
I'll definitely send you guys some stuff.
All right, appreciate that. But the new album's going to be called. Have you guys come up with a name? Is it going to be 2013? Is that going to be your debut album's name?
Yeah, 2013 is going to be our debut album.
Okay. Now
it's going to be about how heavy metal will never die.
All right.
And it's supposed to be the end of the world in how many days?
We have about a week.
Yeah, we have about eight days.
Well, actually,
the message is that the music's never going to die. It's not a fashion. It's not a trend. It's a way of life, and it's not going to die. It's going to be there always, and it's going to carry us through the bad times. And you'll see next year is going to be the year of heavy metal once again, and it's going to be cool.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. I was going to ask you, most of the material on your 2013 album, how old is most of the material? Is most of it written last year, within the past couple of years?
It's all been the past couple of years since we've really formed the band, and once we actually started getting good at our instruments, we started writing music. I started writing Rock and Roll for the Beat. It was our first ever song that we've played together, and then, we've just been writing. We're putting this album in, and we've only been playing our instruments for 3 years now. That's well, 3 years.
I was gonna ask you, being that, like you said, you're just learning the instruments, learning how to write, and doing stuff. Are you finding that as you're going on, that the music's coming easier to you, and you're starting to try some more sophisticated stuff and some different stuff? Are you finding that your music writing's becoming a little bit more, I guess, growing with you as your expertise with your instruments and stuff goes? Are you finding that's the case?
Yeah, that definitely is the case. With the new stuff that we have been writing, it's really out there, and much more. It's going to be, hopefully it's going to be good.
I'm sure it'll be good, man. Don't worry about it. Just whatever it is that you guys are writing, just do it. Don't worry about what everybody else is saying. Don't let anybody go in there and say, no, do this or do that. Just do what you guys want to do. And just play what you guys want to play, because
that's hard rockology advice, right?
That's hard rockology advice. You just sit down, the four of you guys, just jam, write whatever you guys want to write, and just put it on tape and see what happens. You could always go back a little bit later on and change things up or rearrange something here and there, but just play from your heart, man. Play from your emotions and just put it all out there, man. That's what the music's about.